Hello friends, today we are going to have session on safety introduction and its general concept. In this session, I am going through brief you what is safety, why safety, how safety, our priority safety or production, unsafe fact, unsafe condition and at risk behavior. We will know a little bit about it. Your responsibility for safety. We will know briefly accident and incident and why people does unsafe act. First of all, what is safety? Define safety specifically is a very difficult. However, safety is feeling of being safe, freedom from fear of occurrence, risk of injury, danger or loss. On other hand, we can define safety, control of recognized hazard in order to achieve acceptable level of risk. There are many ways to define safely. You can also define uh, by your own way. Next one is why safety. It's a very important slide. Until unless people don't know why they need to have safe, they will not respect safety rule. You can see image on slide. Image indeed representing why safety is very important. Image is showing best gift you can give to your family is you get home safely. In addition to this, let's try to understand why safety is important in other hand. So think about what would happen if one of our associates suffered a serious injury and he may not able to perform work. Now think about how that injury would affect employee, family, his co-worker, supervisor and the organization. So let's try to understand. When injury occur, it affect many people like family member. Family member life will be disrupted socially, financially, emotionally. Co-worker may have take over employee workload for a day, even a week, while the employee is out. Production may slow down and even stop because of injury. And finally, entire organization can be affected by drop of morale as well as loss of time, higher treatment insurance, and treatment cost, etc. Next one is how safety. In why safety, we got to know its criticality. Now we need to understand how we can manage risk on our workplace and how to achieve zero accident goal. So to this, first and utmost important to believe in all accident can be prevented. Until unless we do not have belief in it, we cannot proceed in right direction. We cannot leave myths that all accident happen due to luck. Next one is saying safety every time. Saying safety means being in a habit of noticing what is safe and what is unsafe. Next one is employee involvement is essential. All of you know safety is people program. So you need to involve our employee in every program, every step in a safety. Next one is working safely is condition of employment. We are providing training, we are providing PP, created best environment for safety. Now we can expect our associate to respect safety rule and follow line by line SOP as instruction. Then on-job training of employee is essential. Earlier, we used to conduct classroom training, but that time have been gone. If we want to achieve zero accident goal, we need to conduct more and more on-job training. Next one is all operating exposure must be safeguarded. We need to guard all rotating equipment, pinch point. We need to secure pressurized air pipe like air pipe, water pipe, oil pipe, and we need to lock and protect all energy sources. Next one is enforcement of all safety program. We need to enforce all safety program. There are many programs like confined space program, lockout tagout program, hazard communication program, working at height program. There are many programs and we need to enforce properly. Then integration of behavior based safety in safety management model. As nowadays we are talking about advanced approach of safety management system. We need to integrate behavior based safety in our safety model. There are many tools available in market. You can contact with many famous companies like DuPont and many other consultant we have in a market who is implementing behavior based safety. Second, advanced approach, we need to integrate advanced technology in our safety management model. Not only interlock sensor, but there are many tools available for documentation as well. Next one is zero tolerance for safety absolute. Safety absolute depend on type of businesses. All business have their own critical safety constraint and they need to identify their safety absolute and enforce accordingly. Next one is, now question is, which one is our priority? Safety or other manufacturing activities? Yes, of course, production and other manufacturing activities is priority because we are here to running a business. So safety is not priority, it's our value. And priority can change, but value do not change. Let's understand definition of unsafe act, unsafe condition, and at risk behavior. Very simple definition. Any activity by worker which are not as per procedure, finalized SOP, instruction, or standard, which can cause or are likely to cause risk or danger to employee and company. So there are some examples of unsafe act: not wearing of PP, not following logout tagout procedure, and authorized operation of industrial power truck, and many more. We can find out many examples. Then unsafe condition. A condition in which workplace that likely to cause property damage or injury, like bad housekeeping, like broken floor, like broken electrical wire, and many others. Last one is at risk behavior. It's a very important nowadays. So there are three categories: human error, at risk behavior, and reckless behavior. Among all three, at-risk behavior is a very tricky and very popular on workplace, and at-risk behavior is very difficult to spot or identify. The employee who is making mistake even not realize they are making risky choice. So to combat this, in market there are many tools, behavior based safety tools, which will help when employee understand how and the why the situation. So talking of employee regarding this at-risk behavior is only solution, and this is not punitive. One fact you must know: 90% of accidents are result of unsafe act, and only 8% of accidents are result of unsafe condition. And you will be surprised that 90% of unsafe condition out of 8% are result of unsafe act. It means at-risk behavior is very, very important nowadays. Next one is your responsibility for safety. Although in organization every person is responsible for their safety, however, manager, supervisor, team leader, your responsibility for safety is greater than responsibility of people who report to you. Do you agree or not? Yes, you must agree. As a manager, supervisor, team leader, you are accountable for safety performance of your people in your area. It includes physical area where you work, everyone who enter in your area, including contractor, the people who report to you, the vendor, contractor, associate, and no matter where they are working. So your responsibility for safety is greater than responsibility of people who report to you. So as a manager, supervisor, team leader, you are on very unique position to help associate to prevent injuries and all kind of suffering. Next one is accident and incident. So here we'll just take some brief of accident and incident. It's a very accident is very big topic, so we will brief it in separate presentation. So now we just say introduction. Generally, people are getting confused about both this term, accident and incident. So difference between accident and incident is difference between finger and thumb. And you remember old phrases: all thumb are finger, but not all finger are thumb. So accident are defined that an unexpected event that result to harm to people, damage to property, loss of property. Same time, incident on other hand are unexpected event that may result in property damage but does not result in injury illness. Incident can be divided into two categories: near miss and dangerous occurrence. Some big and reputed organization are nowadays using term incident instead of accident because they feel incident is a better word than accident. So now question is, uh, why do we use term incident instead of accident? The word accident implies something that just happened, that can't be expected and controlled. In workplace, this kind of thinking is dangerous, as we believe that all incidents have cause and that can be understood and prevented, that accident don't just happen. Once we start believing that incident have cause, we will take a step to stop them from occurring again. So, of course, incident is better word than accident. So, this is very important slide. Until unless we don't know actual cause why people does unsafe act, we cannot correct it. So there are some underlying causes of unsafe act: lack of knowledge of and training, a belief that I cannot happen to me and it will not happen this time, trying to save time by taking shortcut, working out of habit, not thinking about the task, the unavailability of proper equipment and tools, peer pressure, attempt to assert independence, a belief that comfort, production, quality, and other manufacturing activities are higher priority than safety, uh, demand, procedure, instructor are not clear. Everywhere there are conflict in meaning, conflict with each other. Uh, Procedure are not clear cut, being distracted maybe due to fatigue, concentration, attention to interrupted, moral problem, maybe there is so many causes in moral problem, personal and professional. Thank you very much and have a safe day.